So we're gonna cruise over here right now, and I'm gonna show you our laundry room. And this was a little addition that we put in. And the laundry room, our washer and a dryer. I love a washer and a dryer. You know, most of the people here in the Philippines just put things out on the line to dry, which is great. It takes no time. It's actually faster drying out in the air than it is in a machine. But the machine just makes it fluffy, soft and fluffy, and I just love myself a soft and fluffy pillow. Next is our generator. You'll see here in the corner, the yellow machine. That's a 7,000 watt or something like that. I'm not Mr. Technical, but it lights our entire property, all 3 operations, every room, every restaurant, the lounge, the bar, everything. And it costs about 40,000 pesos brand new, which is not quite $1,000 American, but it pays itself off. Basically, that paid itself off in 1 night, 2 nights tops. Because here in the Philippines, we have brownouts. We have a lot of brownouts. A lot of the times they'll last 12 hours long with absolutely no power. And believe it or not, probably 90% of the businesses here on Siargao and General Luna along our strip and our competition do not have generators. So when the power goes out, they're shit out of luck. They're screwed. They have no ability to make an income because they can't cook anything, they can't do anything, they can't provide any services. So people go looking for somewhere that has power, and we turn all of our lights on. I get excited. My staff always laughs because whenever there's a brownout, whenever that power is off, I'm up and out and cranking that machine, because the minute I do, we just get packed. So it's a great way to keep the place going. And now just moving through here, some of my toys. There's my kayak. It's a sea kayak. It's great for going out to the reef. It's actually a lot of fun, even in the surf, sitting there. Get some big barrels coming right over top of you. It's pretty fun. And you can go to some of the outer islands around here as well, which is really cool. You can fish from it, everything. It's a great little machine. And then my SUP, my stand-up paddleboard, which is a 9.6. It's actually designed for surf. It's not so much your leisurely stand on and go anywhere, do anything. It's quite tippy. You have to be on it. It's a high-performance SUP, again designed for surf. But me, I'm getting big in the belly, and you know what? I don't mind. I'll be proud and happy to say that I stand now and paddle. No more jumping up and down, lying from the prone position. That's my SUP that I got from Jerry just this year. Sun's unfortunately faded. It should be white instead of that yellow, but that happens here in the Philippines. There's a few more of our boards in our quiver. I have about 30 surfboards. Most of them are in storage right now or being repaired, and they get beat pretty quick. Most of these boards are barely a year old, but they're in a rental fleet and people just beat the shit out of them. The yellow board, that's my day-to-day board. It's a 7.4, kind of a fun board. That's my day-to-day go-to all-purpose board, courtesy of Mr. Lopez. And I have one more board. My short board is, my day-to-day short board is inside. It's not super short, it's a 6.6. And it's actually Apple Jane, so I should watch what I say. This was a wedding present from Jerry to Apple Jane, but I've sort of adopted it because she likes my yellow banana, so she's usually surfing that, and I've started to grow fond of this one. It's again a 6.6 with a great shape, pintail, got the Jerry Lopez famous lightning bolt, and again it was Apple Jane's wedding present from Jerry. Thank you very much, Jerry. And another little area. Right now, again, everything's kind of still in storage because of COVID. We're not operational at full capacity yet, so we need spots for putting things, and that's where this stuff is. Generally, this is our map of Siargao. The island itself is a little bit bigger than most people think. Most people think it's just one little spot, but it takes about 5 to 6 hours to ride around on the motorbike. And a beautiful island. It's incredible. General Luna right now, I mean, people say how beautiful it is here. Well, this is nothing compared to the northern part of the island, and it's unbelievable up there. There's our hound dog Brownie girl. Hi, Brownie. Hi, Brownie girl. Oh, you're tired, huh? Life of a dog. It's pretty rough. Pretty rough. And now moving back behind the bar, kind of the brains of the operation here. You got your blenders, you got your stoves, you got your sink, but most importantly, we've got our beer cooler. And there's our little beer cooler, which needs to be filled up for tonight. Generally, we'll go through 2 of these in a typical night, even a slow night. 2 top to bottom, we're always replenishing that and keeping them cold in this red thing. There's one of our cats. We call her Mama. She doesn't really have a name. She's a stray, but she's a beautiful, beautiful cat. Eh? Yeah. And then our hard liquor. Moving over to another fridge. Some kittens. Hi, little guys. Hi, little guys. Hi, little guys. And better get some food. Excuse me here, folks. I'm gonna give the cats a little bit of food. I think that's what they're screaming for. Yes, yes, I hear you. I'll feed you. Here you go. Let's get a bowl. Hey, kittens. Sorry, folks. Sorry for the jumping around, but gotta get the cat something. The hard life for the cat over here. The dogs kill. I mean, for every litter of cats we have, if a mother cat has six kittens in a litter, usually we're lucky if one even survives. Again, the dogs here in the Philippines just attack the cats. It's a battle for any type of food over here, so it's a rough life. Dog eat dog. And let's continue our video here. Sorry about that. We'll cruise around out through the front, and I'll take you and show you our fire pit. I've talked about the fire pit a lot. I don't think I've actually shown it. All right, Jackie's got all the fresh sand around. The chairs are in place. Beautiful. Are we gonna burn that one stool tonight or what? It can just sit right there, kind of in front of that other table. Jackie, looks great, looks great. So this is our fire pit, everybody. Every night here at Boyens, we have a fire going. It's usually about 5 feet high. Everybody driving down the road, I mean, it's an eye catcher. And right around the whole ring of fire is usually packed. It's very primal. There's just something about fire, you know, since our caveman days, it's a gathering spot, and this definitely is. We're, believe it or not, the only location on the entire strip here in General Luna that has a fire. We have a permit, and it's again, it's something, one of our highlights. Boyens is known for its nightly bonfire. Just looking around to see what else I should show you. Today's tides, nothing written on them. It's a little slower. We have a high tide and a low tide every day. We're a reef break when you come to surf Siargao, so everything is dependent on the tide. If the tide is low, the water is just too shallow, and yeah, you don't want to be playing around in shallow water. So everything around here, our surf is dependent on the time of that tide. We're usually a mid-tide here, so when it's mid to high, it's you've got a little bit of water to cushion yourself, and hopefully you don't get too much reef rash. It's nasty when you crash and get pummeled into a reef. And you'll always be able to tell people that are out in the day. They could be walking, limping, you know, bleeding, bandages all over. That's the sign of a surfer. Moving back here, we've got, this is kind of our construction area, storage area. We have one of our employees, Jonex, working hard here. And poor Jonex, I've had him digging sand for 2 days. And he lost the bet, so he's got to do the digging. But you'll notice the white sand at Jonex's feet here. You know, we like to replenish our ground where people are standing, sitting in, have nice fresh sand all the time. It's illegal in the Philippines just to go to a beach and harvest white sand. So what we do is, you'll notice we have a hole here. No, it's not a grave, it's a hole for sand. And you'll notice this white sand. Well, it came from this hole. You go down about a foot and it's nothing but white sand from millions and millions of years. And that's what we use to replenish our grounds. And again, it's illegal just to go to the beach and dig stuff. So that's our source, and it's very sought after. We have actually people coming and offering to buy it for a pretty good price, but we just say no because we need it. Now what we do with this hole, we don't just leave it and we don't fill it with garbage or anything. It is refilled. You'll notice there's one coconut in there right now. Well, we have coconuts falling every day, and we'll just pile them all into there. Our palm leaves that fall off trees, anything biodegradable, wood goes in there, and in a few years it just turns into straight dirt. There's part 2 of 3. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you're enjoying this series, and we also hope that you'll throw us a bone, subscribe, hit that like button, and help us grow the channel.